Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into a daily read. Let's talk about Tuesday or thereabout. As always, keep in mind it is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But as you can see, we're going to use the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck and get a center overall energy to begin this reading. Right from the middle, we're beginning with growth. Okay, look at this imagery. I feel this is a very grounded but hardworking type of energy about you being drawn to this reading throughout this Tuesday period. And being drawn to the clock here as we zoom a bit closer in, there's a feeling of you being reminded, timing, and seeing evidence throughout the day as well that that time is on your side. And I almost said, as you could hear, that evidence is on your side, and this may be, coming through, popping up, being pushed to the forefront of your focus, your awareness in different forms. But yeah, it's a day of growth. All right. Now, this growth is going to take a highlight and take an increase when it comes to your individual growth within and outside of you within your external reality. I wouldn't be surprised if some of which are now finally or again experiencing numbers increase, things going up in that sense. But it feels like there's one or two very prominent, important situations within your life that I feel you're very much dedicated to at for the most part, or in general, consistent basis, where you're seeing that situation or two prosper to your advantage. And I feel like people are looking at you in the right light, as there is a bit of a focus as well on your world changing recently, and more so moving forward. But it's another action-filled, oriented kind of day where I do love this imagery. There's a sense of showiness about you. There's a flow about you as well. There's a magical vibe. Okay, maybe in the air, but at the very least when it comes to your energy. And you might be the reasoning why the energy in a situation just transitions, shifts towards more of a magical feeling. Beautiful. Ooh, look at this. We'll move on to the tarot in a second, but the Power card. This is going to be, my friend, a day full of empowerment, flowing into your energy field. I accomplished this like a master, like an advanced soul, and I feel empowered. I remember where my power lies in regards to this situation, or this type of accomplishment, excuse me. I feel more empowered in regards to connections. And this may even feel relevant in regards to disconnecting or continuing to disconnect when it comes to one or two people or a type of person, type of energy. But people are thinking of you in a very powerful light. Somebody who has this presence about them that is different from the past, different from them, from other people. I'm hearing you're standing out in the crowd. There's a feeling of you as well being somebody who draws in a lot of attention, very Three of Pentacles sort of energy. I mean, you can see between the action card that we were just speaking upon and, ooh, protection, and this power imagery, you're going to, and as well, if we again zoom into the growth card, she's doing a bit of a pose there, very simplistically, but in a complex manner. You're putting on a bit of a show when you don't mean to. You're drawing in attention. Eyes are turning. Heads are turning. People may even be staring. And I feel you're thinking about who you don't mind paying that close of attention to you, or continuously doing so. If someone's staring once again, or just noticing you, mentioning something to you over and over again, or time and time again. So basically what I'm trying to get at is you're thinking about at certain points who in a situation or in general you don't mind paying attention to you, and who you do mind. You would prefer just to move on to something else, somebody else, you know what I mean? That may highlight who and what's not meant for you. But it is a day of creation as well. Let's move on to the tarot. You're a reminder to some people to be kind even on your bad days. I'm not saying this is going to be a bad day or anything, but I feel you're a kind soul, and this gives people the message for whatever reason to not externally affect other people, to not aim your what you're going through within and maybe even outside of you otherwise towards other people, other aspects of life, just because you might be having a bad day or a rough one. Because I feel like not everybody in your midst is having the most amazing day. Okay. The Two of Pentacles, no shocker here. I feel it's a day where you are going through a balancing act. You're maybe even weighing out the pros and cons of this and that within your life. And I feel you as well are weighing out people's energy. That's what I'm getting specifically. It's like you're somebody who is very much being looked at this point by you, by maybe even spirit, as somebody who's higher up on the scales within your world. And then this person, it feels like somebody else is very low, maybe even has a lack of, you don't respect them is what I'm getting. You don't honor them. You don't feel they are maybe a good person deep down. Even behind closed doors, intentions are coming out to shine for a sense of truth and awareness. But either way, I feel it's a day, if we look at the infinity symbol, bear with me, I do feel as if this Tuesday highlights the fact that the possibilities are very much in your world at this point. They're infiniteless. Is that even a word? Anyways, if it's not, I do apologize or just ignore it. But there's infinite possibilities for you at this time. The Justice card, absolutely beautiful. Now, a major arcana card coming out in this reading means it is a major day. It may not feel like it 24/7, but it is. It's going to be a day where you are gaining justice in regards to how people are viewing you, maybe speaking about you behind a closed door or two, even, in front of you, to you. But as well, I feel for some, you're gaining financial justice, success, opportunity type of justice as well. Again, remember we were talking about with this sort of weighing out imagery here, the scales, okay? So with that scale imagery there, they're saying that the scales are balancing out in your favor. And I feel this may be a long time coming for you. There's a feeling of you getting what you want. I'm getting that very, very strongly. I haven't always gotten what I want, and even at times when I have, life and other aspects of certain aspects of my life and worlds have stripped it away from me or ruined it quite quickly or after a certain period of time. Well, they're saying, well, that's not the case now. So what you're getting, you're going to need to, manage it to the best of your ability, use what you've been through, what you know, what you're realizing to your advantage, maybe to make something last. But again, you're going to be getting what you want throughout this day. And they're saying this isn't a time where things are going to get in the way or anything in particular. So don't let the past push you to manifest a repeat of that disturbance, difficulty, and maybe ending. But wow, I just heard, wow, eyes are peeled upon you. The Six of Swords. Walking away from what doesn't serve you is taking a highlight. You might find reflection comes to be in regards to that. But they're also saying this is New Year's Eve. So happy New Year's Eve to everyone who's made it to this point in the reading. But I do feel as if this is a time for you where you're preparing to leave this year behind. You may find you're very quickly wanting to exit a situation when the time is right throughout this period or surrounding it. You might be thinking about new levels of movement and therefore more growth for the future. That's going to benefit you greatly. But to continue, the Tower card. It's in a sense a day that is a Tower moment. And this doesn't have to be a negative thing. I know typically in the tarot worlds, readers give this such a negative, heavy feeling. But it feels like this is a Tower time where at least most of which is within your control. It's a nice combination of control and lack thereof, which where as the Tower is being is representing 2024, we're choosing to embrace what we can control in regards to this Tower falling and releasing what we can't, and allowing for this day, this year to be wrapped up with a solid, successful, justice-filled bang. You know what I'm saying? And so they're saying, allow for this to be a positive, embracing type of time for you, as things are shifting in the right direction, as we do hold the sword and choose what we bring into the new year, as we choose to embrace clarity moving forward and let go of the past. Okay? So if this was truly helpful, I'm sending you a ton of love and light. I look forward to the next read.